Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. This 90-day fiancé couple split is shocking, but the reason why is even worse. Julia Trubkina's long-awaited family visit turned into a 90-day fiancé nightmare when Brandon Gibbs walked out with his parents, sparking one of the most explosive fights of happily ever after. After 5 years together, Julia and Brandon, who met on 90 Day, the last resort, have faced ongoing challenges. Brandon wants children, Julia wants boundaries with her in-laws, and they're hoping to bring her family to America. By the tell-all, they were the only couple still together, but happily ever after has tested their relationship. Julia's parents' visit was meant to celebrate their life as a couple, but the first night erupted into a massive fight, ending with Brandon storming out with his parents. What does this mean for this couple on the show? Brandon's parents, Betty and Ron Gibbs, have always struggled with boundaries, and this season is no different. Julia is excited to bring her parents abroad and show them their lifestyle as a couple. She even warns her in-laws beforehand that there won't be much space once her parents arrive. Yet, after spending hours driving back and forth to the airport and hours on the plane in the case of Julia's parents, they're greeted by Brandon's eager parents. Everyone is exhausted from their trips, and Julia lost her voice playing translator. Julia is clearly unhappy, and while she tries to explain why she was upset, it is clear her emotions are getting the best of her. While she might not have had the best attitude, Brandon's parents were offended by her actions and stormed out. Brandon, equally upset with his wife because he didn't like how Julia treated his parents, stormed out behind them. Although Julia clearly communicated before and during the events, it seems that the Gibbs had ganged up on the Russian native. Now it seems like the 90-day fiancé couple has reached an all-time low, especially with Julia threatening to change the locks. In the past, the 90-day fiancé star's parents were labeled as franchise master manipulators. Julia and Brandon's parents struggled to get along from the very moment she learned she would live and work on their farm, as well as abide by their strict rules. However, Betty and Ron refused to respect the couple's privacy and independence as a new couple. In fact, Betty even went so far as to humiliate her son for having a hickey, despite them being engaged and well into their 20s. Living together was causing too much turmoil, so Brandon and Julia finally signed a lease, but that only set Betty off. She wasn't ready to lose her son, and, in a fit of tears, she cried that Julia was the one manipulating Brandon. Ron was equally irate, screaming at the young couple for having the audacity to move out. Fans saw past the tears and yells quickly. It seemed they cared more about free farm work. Unfortunately, moving out hasn't seemed to change things for the young couple. Betty and Ron still don't respect boundaries and instead flip the situation onto Julia and her reactions. However, Brandon walking out was an all-time low. Overall, Julia's emotions and thought process are totally understandable. Tons of 90-day fiancé stars have complained about the plane and travel time. It was insensitive for Brandon's family to show up, and it was equally appalling to watch him walk out on his wife. The first night his in-laws were there no less. He and his family certainly didn't make the best impression on viewers, and there's no telling how his in-laws feel. Now, Julia seems ready to end their relationship, and this might be the final straw. In a twist that has stunned fans across the globe, one of the most talked about couples from the 90-day fiancé franchise has reportedly called it quits. After months of speculation, cryptic social media activity, and subtle hints during public appearances, sources close to the pair have confirmed that their relationship has come to an unexpected and dramatic end. While the couple's names have not been officially disclosed pending confirmation from the network, viewers have quickly connected the dots based on recent developments, both online and on screen. Social media detectives have noted unfollows, photo deletions, and concerning posts that paint a picture of emotional distance and quiet unraveling. Early signs of trouble. Fans first noticed something was off when the couple stopped posting photos together. Just a few weeks ago, they were sharing seemingly loved-up moments, vacation snaps, and behind-the-scenes glimpses of their life as newlyweds. However, the shift was sudden. Captions changed tone, couple pictures vanished, and the interaction between the two appeared to come to a halt. One partner shared a vague but telling story on Instagram. Sometimes the person you'd do anything for ends up being the one who does nothing for you. Although no names were mentioned, followers immediately suspected relationship turmoil. Close friends speak out. According to insiders, tension had been growing quietly for months. A friend claimed the couple struggled with jealousy, long-distance stress after filming ended, and disagreements about finances and future plans. They tried to work it out, but the arguments became constant, one acquaintance revealed. What you see on TV is just a fraction. Off camera, things have been rocky for a long time. Another friend hinted that their storyline from the show barely scratched the surface. There's a reason they didn't do joint interviews recently. They weren't even living in the same place anymore. Left reeling. Social media is flooded with comments expressing disbelief. No way. I thought they were one of the solid couples. They looked so in love. What happened? This breakup hurts more than some real-life celebrity ones. Many viewers recall how the couple overcame cultural clashes and family disapproval during their season. Their engagement journey was filled with heartfelt gestures and emotional promises, making their split feel even more unexpected. What sparked the final split? While no official reason has been announced, several factors are rumored to be involved. Clashing priorities about settling down versus continuing reality TV work. Financial strain after relocating. Cultural adjustments that became more challenging post-filming. Lingering trust issues highlighted during tell-all episodes. Sources suggest that one partner tried to hold things together, while the other began pulling away. Some insiders say the split wasn't mutual. A public statement may be coming. There is speculation that TLC or the couple themselves will address the separation soon, either through a joint announcement or during an upcoming tell-all special. Some fans believe the network may even feature their breakup as part of a future spin-off or follow-up series. Several castmates have also silently hinted at the situation by liking cryptic tweets or sharing quotes about self-worth and new beginnings. What's next for them? Even though the breakup is fresh, each partner appears to be moving in separate directions emotionally and possibly physically. One is said to be staying with family, while the other has been seen apartment hunting. Brand deals, reality show contracts, and immigration logistics could make this split complicated, especially if their marriage status ties into visas or sponsorship. A shockwave through the franchise. Of all the 90-day Fiancé couples whose relationships have crumbled over the years, this one hits differently. Their chemistry, public support, and shared plans made them seem like one of the rare success stories from the franchise. Now, fans are left questioning everything. Was their love real? Did fame factor into the breakup? Is there a chance they'll reconcile? For now, neither has directly addressed the news, but all signs point to a definitive end. Stay tuned for updates. As more information unfolds, fans can expect further revelations in the coming days. Whether the couple issues a heartfelt statement or lets the silence speak for itself, one thing is certain. Their shocking split has reignited conversations about the pressures of love under the spotlight.